When we sold our Canon C200, we also sold our XLR microphones, wanting to invest into a higher quality version once our C300 got here. In the meantime, a company called Synco hit us up and asked us if we wanted to review one of their XLR microphones, the Synco Mic-D1. So we obviously said yes. And after testing this microphone for a couple of weeks now, I will tell you how I like the microphone, if I will keep it or if I will still invest into a higher budget version after the intro. The Synco D1 comes with a really nice padded back, which I will never use because I usually just throw it in my backpack to save some space, but it's really nice to have it if you need it. It also comes with the standard XLR cable and a cable to connect it to your DSLR or any other device that doesn't have XLR, so that is actually pretty cool. It also comes with a small windshield, which really doesn't do too much when recording outdoors in a windy situation. So the only thing I'm missing is a real dead cat, but other than that, I'm actually good. The only thing you can physically change on the microphone is you can enable a high pass filter, but that doesn't really have a physical switch and you need some kind of small screwdriver to actually enable that switch. So I think for people that need this kind of feature, I think an actual physical switch would have been nicer, but me personally, I never use high pass filters on my microphone, so I really don't care. And I personally really like that simplicity because I'm not a big sound guy. All I need this microphone for is talking heads, interviews, and sometimes as a shotgun microphone. And I don't need all these fancy features and buttons because the more options I have, the more options I have to actually mess up my audio. The microphone has some included AA batteries, but I'm using it with phantom power, powered by my C300 pretty much 99% of the times, and that is a feature that I really wouldn't want to go without, and the Mic-D1 does have it as well. But now let's talk about the actual use cases, and the main thing I'm using this microphone for is talking heads like this, and I've been using this for all of our YouTube videos that are recorded in this studio for the past couple of weeks. So if you watched any of these videos, they were all recorded with the Synco Mic-D1, and so is this talking head as well. Granted, this is a really controlled environment and I have soundproofing all over the walls and all over the studio. But when taking this out in the real world, you might not be so lucky to have the same kind of level of soundproofing. Unfortunately, I couldn't really test this in a corporate or commercial shoot because these are really hard to come by these days due to rising cases in COVID-19. So what I did here is I simulated a small testimonial video which we are usually being booked for to shoot for clients, and we recorded this in our living room. And our living room is horrible when it comes to sound, so this might actually be a good scenario to test this microphone in when you're out in the field recording a client that really doesn't have the best environment to shoot in. I'll be honest with you, there were times I was really depressed and sad and I tried everything. Zoom transitions, drone shots, even epic music, and nothing worked. My footage just didn't look like the ones on all the other YouTube channels. But then I came across Monkey LUTs, and that changed everything. I got compliments about my color grading everywhere. I even changed my Instagram bio to colorist, even though I didn't know shit about color grading. I can honestly say, Monkey LUTs changed my life. Link in the description below. So there you have it, this is what the microphone would sound like in a somewhat real-world scenario that is not best suited for recording audio at all. As I've already mentioned, I'm not the biggest sound guy and I oftentimes can't even distinguish between all these little sound characteristics when it comes to a microphone. All I ask for is a really low noise floor and really crisp and clean audio. And here I was really surprised by the Synco Mic-D1 because it really does have a really low noise floor. A lot of the times I record my audio at a lower volume and then push it back up to not introduce a lot of the surround sounds. And here I was really pleasantly surprised because the Synco Mic-D1 doesn't introduce any kind of noise when pushing the volume back up in post. So I promised you a verdict, and as I've already mentioned, I wanted to invest into a higher quality microphone like a $1,000 Sennheiser microphone. But after using the Synco microphone for a couple of weeks, I'm actually so satisfied that I decided to save my money and will be using this as my main microphone for these YouTube talking heads as well as our client work. And considering that this microphone is only $200 on Amazon, and I will put a link down in the description below if you're interested in it. I hardly think that there's any competition out there unless you need more functions that I personally don't. But when it comes to the audio quality and the build quality of the microphone, for $200, I really don't think you can go wrong with the Synco Mic-D1. So if you want to see more behind the scenes and actually watch me use all that equipment, then make sure to also follow me on Instagram, because I post a lot of behind the scenes in my stories and also in my posts as well. And furthermore, I hope that you actually did take away something from this video, and if you liked it, actually like the video. Also subscribe for more tutorials, behind the scenes gear reviews and filmmaking tips, and I hope to see you on the next one. I don't know, it's cool. Can you do an Instagram story?
No.
Please.